Alan Crabb. You've talked about him before. Does a lot of things really well. Might be the player of the year in the conference this year. What does he do best when you guys are game planning for Cal? What's Crabb do best?
Well, I think he's just one of those wings that you really can't take away his options. You know, if you and their offense is kind of built around him. He's in a situation where if you're going to deny him the ball with one angle on one side of the floor, he's got an option of coming off the other post. So you basically, when you're trying to defend him, you can't be in the right spot. And I think that's an indicator of what a great wing he is. He just goes where the defense isn't, and Coach Montgomery puts him in positions where he has those options. We call it an L screen, where you can come off either way, and basically, over half of what they do is it kind of revolves around him, and those kids move the ball. It's just it's not a one option kind of deal. If Crabb comes off and he's not open, he's great at attacking, and there's usually a flare on the other side of the floor for the other guard, and it's continuous. So they'll wind you up until they end up getting a pretty good shot. And lately he's been distributing the ball too, passing to open guys and getting those big guys involved a little bit. And I think that's why they're having the success they are as a team, bringing everybody into play.
In a league that's been hard to predict this year, it kind of varies, the hot teams every week or so, is Cal playing as well as anybody right now?
I think so. Watching UCLA game was somewhat of a clinic in terms of them offensively, going into Oregon and winning on the road, and then taking care of business against USC and Oregon State. I know that Oregon State game was close, but that's not an easy place to play. I just, winning 5 games in a row, regardless of who it is, I would place them in a position where they're the hot team right now for sure.
Teams have definitely been wary of you guys, and your ability to be competitive, and even with your position in the conference, to beat some of the better teams and stay with some of the better teams in the conference. In the second year, do you see that as a sign of respect? Do you see that as a sign of progress, or does it not really matter too much to you at all?
Well, I don't pay too much attention. A lot of questions come up over the course of a season about what another team is thinking. We got into that with Colorado. Are you afraid they're thinking about revenge, and various things that go on? I'm not capable of paying too much attention to what anybody else is thinking about us. I've only got so much ability as far as energy and space upstairs between my ears to where I can focus on our guys and what we're trying to do. I am proud of the fact that we've played some teams really close, but at the end of the day, we all get into the business, and it's really hard to rewire yourself when winning is really important. And we haven't caught a lot of breaks, I would say. At points in games where it comes, even in Colorado, 5-point game with 5 minutes to go, and it's right there before us, and we miss an open three, we miss a layup, they go down and hit some free throws, and it goes from 5 to 10. When if it's a pretty fine line to be in a 0. An even game. So I'm proud the fact that our kids are putting themselves in position to win some games at the end, but I'm hoping that maybe we've saved up a little bit of that luck going down the stretch with 4 to go, and then the tournament. So it's satisfying, I guess, to not be getting blown out, but at the same time, I'm really eager to try to get some W's.
Any rotation tweaks that you anticipate for Thursday? Do you anticipate playing Dakari more? Given his recent performances, anything that you're thinking of that you would want to share with us?
No, I really like the way Dakari's been playing, and watching him, not just the fact that he's hitting shots. I think that's the thing that's probably gained his attention from everybody, is the fact that he's jumping up and making shots. But defensively, he's come a long way. He got his hands, I think he had 5 deflections against Colorado, and anticipates really well, is making fewer mistakes than he made earlier on. And I think what you're seeing from him is a player that's not thinking as much as maybe he did for the first 2/3 of the season. His mind's kind of freed up, and you're seeing some of his athletic ability and natural instincts with anticipation. I think he's probably the best anticipator that we have, of knowing when to get his hand on the ball. And so, yeah, anticipate him being more of, maybe playing some more minutes than he has. And let's face it, to get to this point of the season, heading down the stretch, and I'm specifically thinking about Las Vegas, but the 4 games leading up to Vegas is, for us to be successful there, we're going to need a lot of guys to step up, and that probably means less of a load for Wash and Leverage and JD and some of these people, and there's going to be an opportunity for some of our core bench guys to step up and make some plays, and we're going to need, in order to win some games, we're going to need to have not only Dakari, but I think 2 or 3 other guys step up and play their best basketball.
Last thing, you got the long game, or long week with the Sunday game and that. How you guys attacking that this week? You just staying in California the whole time?
Yeah, we'll be in the Bay Area. It's a little logistically, it's different than Pullman, Seattle, where you're dealing with buses. We're within the we're a bus ride away, and we'll go to class Wednesday. I think the Pullman Seattle was a Wednesday game, the Pullman game, so it made more sense for us to get home. But we'll attend class on Wednesday and then head out in the afternoon and really just miss Thursday and Friday. And then we're with the early game on Sunday, we're able to get back late Sunday night, so the kids won't miss any class on Monday.